beside an active volcano, thousands still climb, following a tradition that has survived for 700 years, in a place most people would never expect. Imagine standing on the edge of an active volcano. The ground beneath your feet trembles. Smoke rises from a crater deep below. The smell of sulfur fills the air. Most people would run away from a place like this, but every year, thousands of people climb toward it. Not for adventure, not for fame, not to break a world record. They climb carrying flowers, offerings, prayers, because waiting near the rim of this volcano is something almost impossible to believe. A 700-year-old idol of Lord Ganesha. And what makes this even more unbelievable, this isn't India. It's Indonesia. The Ganesha of the volcano, a prime mytha story. Why would thousands risk climbing an active volcano just to pray? Why has this tradition survived for centuries? And why do many locals believe this ancient idol protects the people living beneath the mountain? Stay with me, because this isn't really a story about a volcano. It's a story about faith, a story about courage, a story about a tradition that refused to die. If stories like this fascinate you, take a second to hit like. Every like helps bring forgotten stories like these to people who might never discover them. Now imagine soaring above East Java. Below you, a landscape that feels almost unreal. Black volcanic plains, mountains rising through clouds, smoke drifting from the earth itself. And at the center of it all, Mount Bromo, a living volcano, a mountain that still breathes. But hidden near its crater is something nobody expects to find. An ancient idol of Lord Ganesha, weathered by centuries, scarred by wind, standing watch over the mountain. And that raises a question, a powerful one. Why place a sacred idol beside one of nature's most dangerous forces? To answer that, we have to go back 700 years. 7 centuries ago, life beneath Mount Bromo was different. No warning systems, no scientific forecasts, no modern technology, only the mountain and the people who lived beneath it. Imagine waking each morning knowing the earth itself could change without warning. A tremor, a rumble, a plume of smoke. Every sign carried uncertainty. Every day demanded courage. Then something remarkable happened. The ancestors of the Tengger people turned toward faith. They placed Lord Ganesha near the volcano, not because the mountain was safe. To them, Ganesha represented wisdom, protection, strength in uncertain times. Generation after generation continued the tradition. Parents taught children, children taught theirs. Kingdoms rose, kingdoms fell, empires disappeared, but the prayers remained. And that's the true miracle, not the idol, the memory. 7 centuries of devotion, 7 centuries of identity, 7 centuries refusing to forget. Now imagine the journey today. Before sunrise, the air is cold, the sky is black. The volcano exhales smoke into the darkness, and still, the pilgrims climb. Some carry flowers, others carry fruit. Many carry hopes they have never spoken aloud. Step by step, they move toward the crater, toward the danger, toward the unknown. Most sacred places feel safe. This one doesn't. And maybe that's what makes it powerful. Because here, faith stands face to face with uncertainty. The mountain reminds people how fragile life can be. The prayer reminds them how strong people can be. And perhaps that's why this tradition survived. Because every person who makes the climb understands one truth. Life offers no guarantees. Yet we move forward anyway. Many people hear this story and ask, does the idol stop eruptions? Maybe, maybe not. But that's not the real question. The real question is this. What do you do when you're standing before something bigger than yourself? The volcano teaches humility. It reminds people that some forces cannot be controlled. Faith teaches something else. You can still move forward. You can still choose courage. You can still choose hope, even when certainty never comes. And suddenly, the volcano becomes something more. A symbol for every fear, every setback, every impossible dream, every obstacle standing in your path. That is why Lord Ganesha matters here. Not because the road is easy, because it isn't. Because obstacles are not things we wait to disappear. They are things we learn to overcome. When most people think of Indonesia, they don't think of Hindu traditions. But history leaves footprints, even after centuries. Across the Indonesian archipelago, ancient beliefs still echo through temples, rituals, architecture, and culture. Mount Bromo is one of those echoes, an active volcano, an ancient community, a centuries-old tradition, and a Ganesha idol still receiving prayers after 700 years. People arrive expecting beautiful scenery. They leave with something else, wonder. Because standing beside that volcano, you can almost feel the generations who stood there before, looking at the same mountain, breathing the same air, whispering the same prayers. Stories survive for centuries for a reason. Not because they're old, because they're true. Not factually true, humanly true. And this story leaves us with a question. What volcano stands in your path today? A fear, a challenge, a decision, a dream you've been putting off. The people who climb Mount Bromo don't wait for certainty. They climb anyway. Maybe that's the lesson. Courage isn't waiting for fear to disappear. Courage is taking the next step, while fear walks beside you. Somewhere in Indonesia, as the sun rises above an active volcano, Lord Ganesha still watches over the clouds. The mountain still rumbles. The people still climb. And the story continues. If this story moved you, share it with someone who loves history, spirituality, or hidden cultural treasures. Some stories deserve to be passed on. Subscribe to Prime Mytha. And before you go, would you climb an active volcano to offer a prayer to Lord Ganesha? Comment yes or no below. I'd love to hear your answer. Until next time, keep exploring the myths, mysteries, and forgotten wonders of our world.